Let's go ahead and talk about Devin Malik's DEADSTOCK. Now, Devin Malik is one of the newer artists from TDE.
Is he actually affiliated or he with him?
I think he signed under them.
For real?
I think so. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But he was on. He was featured twice on Schoolboy Q's project Blue Lips.
He did production on Isaiah Rashad's project. House is Burning, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So he's either. I think he might be heavily affiliated because I don't see his credits up under there anywhere. But I'm very new to his music.
Yeah, I knew a single song. My bad. I knew PDA.
I knew nothing.
Yeah, but I'm saying I knew. I knew him from the Schoolboy stuff. But I seen PDA pop up on some a few weeks ago, and I clicked it. I only listened to it once, but we'll get into it. But that was how I familiar him with a single song.
Yeah, I was only familiar with him from his association with Schoolboy Q on Blue Lips, and his verse or anything or whatever he did on that. Yeah. It wasn't like anything that made me want to check him out. Yeah. And I'm not saying that he's a bad artist from that.
I looked him up from that.
I didn't, but also we was doing a lot of stuff for the pod at that time. So I was doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So he didn't interest me. Like he didn't have it's not like he had a standout verse like a Don Toliver off of Apple.
He stood out to me. I'm like, who is this? Like the name, like who is this?
He does have a more unique name.
Not even a name, just like, why are you here? I don't know you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know who AZ Check or whatever his name was. Yeah. I'm like, who's this? Let me check him out. I don't know who this is.
But Devin Malik's debut project, DEADSTOCK, 15 songs, 38 minutes. B, what was your overall impressions of this?
My overall impressions is I think he has talent. I think he has some promise. Like, it's some things in here that I really like. And I could tell that he's influenced by that sound, like Baby Keem and stuff like that. Because he has some, like PDA sound like a Baby Keem song to me. Especially with the flow. And he has a lot of flows, but they not nothing unique to me. It's flows that's already been kind of, mostly a lot of Baby Keem stuff too as well. That's kind of been around right now. And his production, I don't know if he produced the whole project, but production's cool. You got hype stuff. You got stuff that's just like, I know he tried something a little different on the last track. Can't think of the name of it.
Was it the one where it kind
more
of
of an indie vibe? Poppy? Yeah, it's like kind of indie. It sounded or whatever, but
it definitely had like a rock. It gave me Kenny Mason vibes.
Yeah. But I feel like how it also made me feel that I think he should have 10 tracks. There's some songs I think he should have just like took off. But overall, I like the song with him and Schoolboy. I like that song. That song was dope. And I like somehow how he do the transitions into this album. Like, wasn't something I'm like, yo, this has some songs on here I'll go back to. So overall, I think he put out an okay project. Like, I think that he might have something in him and be like, all right, this is a good thing. But I wouldn't say this is bad, and I wouldn't say, oh, yo, this is great. But I say it's okay. Because there's some stuff on here I like, and some people like stuff I don't really care for. But overall, I think he has some promise, B. I think he has a little bit of talent there.
I mean, you mostly kind of shared most of my sentiments already, but when I first listened to this project, I'm like, I didn't know what to go into this because I was like, is this gonna be like some lyrical, miracle, spirituals type stuff? Like, am I just because he's heavily affiliated with TDE. Most of the time, they got some pretty lyrical dudes. Yeah. To my surprise, he wasn't really lyrical.
Well, they also got a few new signees that's not like lyrical dudes, like Rayvon and some other guys.
See, I never listened to Rayvon except for his features.
He's pretty cool though. Like he kind of give off this energetic vibe on some of them tracks as well. Yeah.
But with this project, for me, Devin Malik, I think the one thing I was missing from this project the most was identity. I feel like everything that he's done on this album, while he did it well enough to where I'm like, okay, this is enjoyable. I like these songs here and there. I feel like I've already kind of heard it. Yeah. And it felt like he's a mixture of people that I've already heard from. People like 88 Camino from 88 Glam, like you said, Baby Keem. I'm trying to think maybe a little bit of Kenny Mason.
Yeah. I don't know if I feel a little party a little bit in some of the production. No, Playboy Cardi, a little bit of the production. In some ways, I don't know, it kind of gave me reminiscence of Cardi in some way, like some type of influence with Cardi.
Definitely not his newer stuff, if that's what you mean.
Nah, I'm just... It could be the older stuff. It could be like the it could be like the old like SoundCloud stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Yeah. For me, it's a very mixed bag because he has some songs where he's up here. He has some songs right here, and it's not bad because I kind of like the variety. The variety and versatility that he does come out with this. He has some songs where I'm like, oh, this is bumping. Like it got me jamming right now. Because from Bang Your Head to Link Ducker, I was jamming. But from Trauma Queen to Popping Out the Range, like Popping Out the Range definitely sounds like a Baby Keem song. And I'm just like, I don't like that. Like I don't like, I really don't like that flow like that. I kind of like it with Baby Keem, but I tolerate it more so for Baby Keem. I really like Canadian Tux. I think that might have been my favorite song on here. PDA was part of that run that I said that was good at the beginning. I like Backstage. I didn't like Waste No Time. Some of these songs, just not going through this track list, kind of felt more like concepts and unfinished rather than fully thought out songs and fleshed out songs itself.
And one thing about this, like, I don't fault him for it because I know, you know, it's an introduction. Yeah. And like I think these are a lot of ideas that's getting fleshed out. Like, you know what I mean?
I give him grace for this because he definitely has something there. I think right now he's trying to test the waters, see what people like, and see what he's most comfortable with, and then he could probably move on from this. Yeah. So I give him grace for this first project right here. To me, this is like a middle of the road thing where it's like you're not off to a bad start.
Yeah, you're not.
But it's not like I'm saying like, oh, this is the next Illmatic. No, like you get what I'm saying? First of all, it's already hard to hit that, but it's not something where I'm just like, dang, like okay. But I'm also like, interesting. I kind of want to see where he goes. That's what this game vibes of.
And that's why like I'm like, dang, him making me feel that way was a positive to me. Like if I hear somebody new and I'm like, yo, I don't know. But like me knowing that, hold up, this kind of right. I'm like, all right, so it's some promise there. And I also think that it's a good idea that he put this project out. Knowing that he has, I wouldn't say a buzz, but some people are noticing him now.
Yeah.
You know, the Schoolboy Q, the TD, I'm like, okay. And then him getting that look, I'm like, yo, this would be dope for us to, that's why I decided to, you know, I'm like, yo, let's review this. Because, like, he's a newer artist. You know, he's not everywhere. Maybe we can give him, maybe he'll check this out. You know, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. To me, this is one of those things where it's like his first essay.
Yeah.
And, you know, right now we're going to give constructive kind of feedback like, and positive constructive criticism or whatever. Like, there's nothing, like, offensively bad about this project. I just think, like, for me, this is, like, middle of the road to where it's, like, there's something there. You're not hitting it yet, but I know you can hit it if you just try a little bit harder.
Right.
And so, for me, I'm wondering where he goes because this is a good introductory point for him, especially with him coming off of Schoolboy Q's project with the feature. Him on here kind of giving a bit more of a different sound, especially if he is affiliated with TDE. I'm very interested to see where he goes, and I will be looking forward to his next project in terms of like, when his next one comes out, I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I'm thirsty for that. But when it does come out, I do want to check it out and see where he has progressed from this project up until there.
Facts. I'm the same way. But yeah, overall, man, I think you did a cool job, bro. You did okay. I think that you have a lot of promise. And you never know, you know, it could go left. We say you got promise, but you never know what you would do. But I'll be looking forward for your next project and like what else you do coming forward. You know what I'm saying? Especially with your influences but affiliations with like Schoolboy Q and you showing out at the pop out. I don't know if he performed, but he was on stage at the pop out. I remember that. Yeah, because he actually was recording Kendrick. He was with Kendrick and everything like on the stage. So I'm like, okay. And I'm pretty sure he's probably been linked with Baby Keem, especially with these flows and some of the production. Because I think Baby Keem produced stuff too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I think he does.
And then I don't know. Them two together might make some cool. Who knows?
I'd be very interested to hear them two together, but I don't want them two on the same song because I feel like they'll sound too similar.
I know that, but maybe someone will take a different flow. Because you know, Baby Keem didn't get in his little, you know, you know, like honest, like he could get in a different bag, Like he tried to, but I know Keem has range with certain things.
Yeah, I feel like if I had to compare this Devin Malik dude to someone, it'd be like a Baby Keem. Yeah. He's kind of like in that realm. Where it's like, oh, you like Baby Keem? Check this guy out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like he'd definitely be akin to that. I guess I'm very interested to see because to me Baby Keem has such a distinct and unique sound. Yeah. I really want to see where Devin Malik goes with this sound.
It was so crazy. I remember the first time I heard Baby Keem, it was like, oof. 2019-ish. He was affiliated with Cardi. Him and Cardi was putting out stuff together. And like hearing that, when I first heard him, I was just like, yo, this is different. Like, cause like he didn't sound like nobody else. So now you're seeing the influences he having on people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think it's pretty cool. And like, not saying you don't have your own. Like, I feel like you have your own identity a bit. You know what I'm saying?
For me, not yet.
You don't think so?
Like I said, to me, I feel like this lacks identity because, like I said, I feel like he's pulling from a lot of places, a lot of influences, and that's not bad. Yeah. Like I said, I give him grace for this, but I feel like I'm not looking for that for the first project anyway. So once he gets into the second and third project, I feel like that's where we're gonna start getting that identity right there. Especially with this age of like, there is no like studio debut album like that anymore. Yeah. Like in terms of like a college dropout where it's like, boom, that's the guy right there. He's really cementing himself.
And they definitely, like, I know what you're saying, like studio albums, this has been worked on for 3 years. Yeah. He was signed 3 years ago, this album finally out, you know.
Like there's none of that. So I'm not expecting this from people who could easily record music in their crib if they wanted to, edit it, engineer it themselves.
And we don't even know this got signed.
Yeah, all I saw was it was under BMR or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that could just be the distribution, like for the album itself. So yeah, Devin Malik, I am curious to see where you go in your career. So
keep it up,
yeah, I do see that he is tapped into the community because I saw that someone got the album 3 weeks earlier and they was able to finally talk about it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
I'm not gonna say who it is, even though they kind of tweeted it, but I don't want to put them on blast. But shout out to her.
Yeah.
But yeah, she got the album I think 3 weeks.
Oh, that
early.
one girl. Yeah.
Shout out to her. So I was just like, oh, I'm like, he's tapped in with the community, obviously. So that's also a good thing as well.
Is it the one that interviewed? She not the one that?
Oh no, not her. Yeah, I know you talk about though. But no. But yeah, DEADSTOCK, Devin Malik, shout out to you.
Yeah.
Good introductory project to get us to know who you are, especially while your name is kind of buzzing right now.